Right, so this is Mind Walker on the Amiga by Bill Williams. Okay, press the left mouse button to continue. We should do just that. Oh wow, 1986. So definitely one of the oldest games I've played. I don't think I've played any older than that. Oh my, okay. Also I like how the first thing you see is quit. It's like, what are they trying to say? Press preset one? Getting some. Oh, hello. Oh goodness. Okay. Can we? Okay. So just joystick controlled. There's pit traps. What on earth is going on here? Okay, looks like we control some wizard and we have to get to certain locations. I should have really looked at the manual first, perhaps. Oh, okay. I thought those were. Oh, okay. I don't know how we got up there. Do we have to fill all the tiles by walking all over them? Thus, I don't know, there's like mini black squares in between them. I mean, even though I have no idea what I'm doing, I am kind of fascinated by it. This kind of interests me. So when you press and hold the fire button, the music suddenly stops and you just like turn purple and erupt into lightning. Makes me wonder why certain squares just have no effect and other squares when you walk over them produce a mini black square. It's like, what's the plot behind that? We keep going. Oh, okay. Okay, why are the purple balls reacting to our lightning? Oh, and now we're dead. Okay. Ooh, that's a very abstract. It's very abstract, very confusing, but I still like it for whatever reason. Oh, they still okay. They're kind of like searchlights, I suppose. So you don't want to be anywhere near those things, so maybe just avoid those altogether. Wait, now we're hang on a second, we're a different person now. Didn't we have like a wizard robe before? Did we switch characters or just change outfits? Just wondered if fire had anything to do with it. Oh. Now we're okay. Now we're an imp. we've we've gone from wizard to Amazon to imp. I think purple ball sounds playful. Yes, it does. How's it going, unicorn? Do you know anything about this game? They seem to have the same ability, regardless of what character you are. They seem to like generate lightning. Ah, okay, that was foolish of me. Oh, now we're a different. We're back to the wizard. Know nothing about the game. You haven't got a clue what's going on. Okay. Oh, I think we fell down. Something's following us. Again, they got their searchlights on. Now, I was going to say, not many Amiga games can be completed within the hour, but whether I know exactly what I'm doing or I'm just like completely befuddled like this, I will just I'll try to explore as much of the universe, the isometric universe, as possible. And we're no stranger to isometric games. We played the generation not too long ago, but yeah, this is just I don't know. I feel like the 1980s. Whoops. I feel like 1980s. It's a bigger skull. Does that mean we are very close to death? Yeah. Sorry. What I was saying was around the 80s. Is I think lots of game developers were trying all sorts of things, and it was probably like really inventive and creative back then. You look at it now, it's just I don't know. Some of it's aged quite uniquely. Other times, perhaps not so much. I'm going to risk leaving this screen. Let's see if there's a manual. What was it called? Mindwalker. Mindwalker manual. There is a link. Sounds are happening. What's? Oh, okay. There's a searchlight. Okay. Can we? I don't know if there's a pause feature. I appreciate that there's an arrow there to indicate. Oh, are we in? What just happened? Okay, I just need to pause. That looks like we were in water just then, because it like covered up our lower waist, didn't it? Our lower waist. Yeah, the legs were up. That's what I'm trying to say. The lower waist. Um. Okay. According to this, the rarity is extremely rare, and it was actually out at full price. Mindwalker. Oh, AKA, its pre-release name was Windwalker, and it was wind spelt with a Y instead of an I. Manual, here we go. Okay, the manual cover looks really cool, actually. I kind of digging the artwork. Come on, please work, please work. Keep refreshing, keep refreshing. Always hated the old isometric games. I can understand where you're coming from, but at a time where this was all people would have, it was it was an experience, I suppose. It was, you're witnessing that sort of thing for the first time. It's probably fascinating to witness. Yeah, I gotta showcase this art just see if it's showcased correctly. Um, ah, no, something went wrong. Can I put on this? Oh, here we go. We can put it back on this one. So I'll scroll it up there. That's the cover of Mindwalker. It just looks slightly different from the actual game, which, I don't mind. I don't mind. It's different. Blank pages that says Mindwalker, all rights reserved. What do you need? A Commodore Amiga with 256 of RAM. Wow. That's the absolute minimum. That's insane. Startup instructions. Yep. I noticed yeah, because I'm using the Amiga Live system for this, and I noticed that its startup system was it was like Workbench 1.3, which is like one of the older ones. I think you can get older than that. 1.2, 1.1. I think is what they started off with. Okay, these are all the characters. You are the strong man, the human of the must have any situation. You're the whiz kid, the brainy mathematical wizard, a lonely child prodigy. You are the goonish and awkward Spriggan. Sorry, can I just yeah, a creature dredged up from years of fantasy reading. You are that's a water nymph. Okay. The girl of your earliest dreams, fearless, quick, and Lilith. Hmm. Difficulty level. So I'm reading. I'm going through all this. I'm like, trying to figure out what to do. I'm just like mesmerized with all the cool artwork, and it does look kind of cool. What's going on there? Maybe I don't really want to know. It kind of reminds me of those like those Atari games. You know, where they, you look at the box art and it looks really cool, but you play the game, it's exactly what you expect, just like blocks or people that resemble blocks or blocks to resemble people. It's oh that's oh goodness, if that's the map, my God. The human can draw on solid. I'm beginning to regret looking at the manual. There's a lot to soak in there, and at the same time, it's just making things more confusing. Can draw on water using your mouse. Okay, let's go back to the game. Cause now I'm just more confused. Okay, resume. And out of this. Okay, so what was this guy called? The Sprigand or something. So he doesn't. Oh, okay. So you go into the water and you automatically change. Oh, or maybe it's the pyramids above that's doing that. And it seems way more fluid as well. Maybe because there's not too much happening on the game. Like other times there were like spheres and stuff. So could she like draw on water or I can't remember. Okay, yeah, so you have to be underneath one of those pyramids and you like cycles through four characters. It makes me wonder why we went to such like before when we tried to do all that lightning stuff, it really sort of slowed down the game. I don't know why it's suddenly smooth now. Can we actually destroy those? Or is it just mainly an avoid them up? Is it using your mouse you can draw things? So is this a combination mouse joystick game? Like I could, like in the future, read up on the manual before checking out the game, like do that offline, but it kind of subtracts the fun out of it. It's kind of fun to just sort of try to figure it out on the fly, which for some games you can do. Something like this, probably not. But at least we can sort of travel through this weird and wonderful universe. Oh, hello. Did we actually get rid of that? That's what I've been trying to do. Ah, there we go. And I'm noticing a number 48. Is that our score? Not really going. Ouch. This bit keeps getting me. The parts where you just like natural. Oh my god, that's yeah. There's too much stuff here. Let's retreat, shall we? And be the what's he Earth Muscle Man or something? Man of Earth and Muscle, Mirth or Hustle. I'm kind of curious what made me travel past certain squares, and to reveal those yeah, smaller black squares. So it doesn't happen all the time. Something on the top right. Okay, there's lots. Okay. Um, doesn't seem like defeating the enemies is really going to solve anything here because they just keep on appearing. Does that running over that tree does anything? No. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm making progress. Sort of get the impression that I am. Maybe that was the wrong place to go. Okay, get up here. There's probably ways that you can. Yeah, I'm only sort of spitballing here. There's got to be ways that you can sort of rotate the world around you as well. Oh, okay, more of these sections. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, so the looks like the other characters can. Oh, he walks on water, as does the wizard. She swims across it. He just goes on the water as well. Okay. Also, just noticed, yeah, the north, east, south, west bits. Yeah, that doesn't really seem to solve the situation. It only seems to succeed in spawning more of those spheres. Oh, just water here. So is this like deep water or something? Oh wow. Okay, that's a lot of balls there. I'm not even sure if I'm making sort of progress with the levels or if I'm just like going off on a loop here. Well, how do I start down there? Oh, I see. I just automatically sprung up there. Okay. There's something there. Oh, hello. What what exactly did that do? Could that be a no, restart point perhaps? I think I mean that's got to be a score, right? On the top left. Has to be. So I like to think that even though I don't know what I'm exactly what I'm doing, I like to think that I'm making. Oh hello, why did I change the? Was there one of those hidden character changes? Yeah, I like to think that maybe I'm doing well. 312. These things are going to infinitely respawn, aren't they? Oh, another one of those flashy snowflakes. And yeah, my score went up by quite a margin. I'm assuming that that's my score. It has to be my score. Like maybe the swimmer can find stuff in the water, perhaps? Oh, why did... Okay, now we're making black squares again, like we did at the beginning. Yeah, so I was you know, sort of torn between going through the manual and, you know, just like experiencing the game. Because I didn't really want to waste too much time going through that. I do apologise, actually, just a sneeze is a brew. So as I was saying, a sneeze was a brewing, and as I was saying that, it was fully unleashed. Oh, that was another one of those items? Okay. Ah. Oh, is that my final life? Oh no, I still got one or two left. Okay. I don't know. Shall I risk taking another direction? See where this takes me. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm okay. I'm not actually sure what these do then. So maybe your score just increases when it discovers new rooms, perhaps? I do love how everything just goes completely pink when he unleashes his attacks. Just, I don't know, sort of like I don't know, like a Super Saiyan, I guess. Strawberry Saiyan. I kind of want to see like a role-playing game or dungeon crawler with this sort of isometric layout. You know, just like you're a wizard and just casting spells on orcs and stuff like that. That would be quite unique. Wow, check that out. A ballless level. Didn't think I'd see the day. Okay, I apologise. Looks like we're having OBS problems, but still recording, so should all be smooth as on YouTube. Don't know. Yeah, seems to be experiencing quite a few problems, I'm afraid. Yeah, this it's suddenly got awfully quiet around here. Nowhere near as many enemies as before. But maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. Ooh. It's it is kind of what's the word? It does kind of remind me very much of the Atari way where like, even though it's simplistic, it tries to be very dynamic as well. It's like rather than just saying you lost a life, they go through all these like crazy effects and stuff. It's just yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe I don't need to. I think the game kind of just speaks for itself. It's adventurous of them to go in this direction. Also, sorry, yeah, I just instinctively went north again. I should be going another direction. Still highlighting on east though. I wonder why. Oh wait, did our score just go back down? Oh no, never mind. I thought our score just went down to 7 for some reason, but just our score was partially obscured by another sphere. But yeah, the objective. Oops. I'm guessing the objective here is not just destroy all the spheres, but oh, we still got another life. Okay, sure. Did not expect to get another chance. Ah, I'm kind of curious now. Do we have infinite lives now? And also, how did we attain that all of a sudden? Seems to be one of those games that generate more questions and answers. It's water here. Oh, hello. We got one of these things again. Trying to change into the wizard, see if that makes any difference. Ninjutsu, how's it going? Hope all is well. Welcome to Mindwalker. And yeah, it certainly does mess with one's mind. It's a very no, I won't say it's a terrible. It's not terrible. That would just yeah, to say that the game is terrible would just be my own ignorance playing up. It's intriguing. I'll say that. And yeah, I don't know if like if I've if I do ever get round to fully understanding that game, then you know I sort of judge it. But you can't really judge it if you don't really know what you're supposed to do. I mean, I can hazard a guess. You control a party of 4 people, and I use the term people loosely because there's one who's just like, was he like a dream come to life sort of creature, and they must sort of put the world to rights by firing lightning and pink balls. Oh, there's a white flashing thing here. Not sure what that's supposed to do. Aaron Lunch so lurking. Still don't understand what's going. Yeah, I don't have much of an idea. All I know is those yeah, if you make contact with those flashlights, you'll lose a life. But for some reason, we have lost. Oh, okay, now we finally lost the game. That was weird because we lost lots of lives, and it got to a point where we had like no lives left, but we were still continuously like playing. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's intriguing, but confusing. Please select 3 initials. Oh, do we use the mouse for this? Okay, fine. So we must have done something right, because we. Well, there we are. Go us. Like even the even the Hall of Fame looks weird. It's like, oh yeah, the good old top 32 of all time. Right, so we clicked on that one. So there's like a selection of games. Preset 3, 4. Okay, we've got different music now. Right, this was the bit I did before, didn't I? Right, and it seems like you gain score when you visit new locations. I don't think there's any other way to sort of advance your score in that regard. But this sort of makes sense. You have to like cover up every square full of well, black squares. And yeah, there's got to be a way of rotating the level. There has to be. Okay, seems like me walking over the tiles has no effect now. Step 16, hello, how's it going? And Pompox, hello, how you doing? How are you doing? How are you guys doing? Thanks for testing out the commands as well. Good to see that they're working alright. Oh, okay. I'm glad I'm not on my own because it seems like quite a couple of other people are like that. Confusing as hell. Don't know what to do. Yeah. I did look a bit at the manual, but again, I was sort of trying to divide between looking at the, reading the manual and just, getting on with the game. So I chose the latter. I had a brief look at the manual. There's some quite cool illustrations on there. I think that's what I like about nostalgia. It's not just the games. It's just like sometimes the manuals are just as good, if and in other cases are even better, because with some of them they have their own like mini comics, like with Skeleton Crew. I thought that was quite fancy. Like you don't often see stuff like that now, do you? If at all. Like normally everything's in the game. It's like here's the tutorial. Here's the story, all like 2 hours of it. Here's our big cinematic production. Whereas with the games, like if you wanted to know the story, you had to read up on the manual and figure it out. And sometimes the manual would provide you with, useful information. And it's like, well, if you want the useful information, spend your time on the manual. Have I settled for new ideas? Not really, no. I'll probably look more into it on Sunday, and yeah, I'm still not sure if I'm going to stream this Sunday or not. I'm usually the sort of person that says, "Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea." I look at it again, and sometimes I go through the ideas. Other times I just, and this is just me, by the way. I'm pretty sure. Well, I hope that no one has the same mindset that I do. 'Cause I don't wish that upon them. Yeah, sometimes it's like 10 minutes before I start the stream. It's like, actually, let's do this. Just sort of just suddenly change my mind in the last minute. Oh yeah, the Discord. Yeah, I will get round to doing that. It's not. Yeah, I was. I think I did say I was sort that. That I get something. I'll get a Discord more sort of established. Fun fact: this is one of the earliest commercial games released for the A1000. I can believe that. Yeah, this was done in 1986, and I think that's the earliest. Or I think that's one of the oldest Amiga games that I've played, if not one of the oldest. And this required a minimum of 256 RAM to play. So that's quite impressive when you think of a game of this sort of magnitude running on a very like minimalist hardware. It's quite amazing. I mean, it probably wouldn't be this smooth, but still, that it runs on it is something quite amazing. It is quite amazing. Especially, so I don't mean to sound like that boomer guy, but especially when you got games nowadays that require, I don't know, like 102 gigabytes to install, and then it's like, oh, by the way, here's another update, and that's like another 50 gigs just to sort out the mistakes they made on the last update. 256K, yes. I think that's what it said at the on the manual anyway. Runs on an unexpanded A1000. Yeah, I never. That that was one of the first ones, wasn't it? If not the first one, the Amiga 1000. Shit. See, that just goes to show how ignorant I was when I was younger, because I thought the first Amiga was the AE 500. I thought it was like 500, then the plus 600, and so on. if this was the pitch to buy an A1000, I would have not bought one. I can understand that, but also, yeah, I think back in the day where this and perhaps a dozen other games were the only ones available, and because there wasn't really anything to compare it to. You couldn't really compare this to another game because there was no other isometric games available back then. So you can see kids playing. It's like, yeah, I'm shooting lightning at balls. And I admit, if I was like 8 years old and this was like one of my first Amiga gaming experiences, I'd enjoy the hell out of this. It's, I won't think, oh, this looks confusing. It's like, yeah, I'm in like a grid shooting pink lightning. It's like, I've always wanted to do that, as well as transform into an Amazon. There you go, an Amazon and a weird sort of other monster. 500 equals price cut A5. Okay, okay. Oh, the juggler demo. Yeah, was that was on the paint with the animation, wasn't it? If I recall. I only sort of tampered a little bit with Deluxe Paint, didn't really sort of fully get invested into it, mainly because, I was just like more into the gaming side of things. But yeah, I realised there's a lot you could do with Deluxe Paint. Meanwhile, in the isometric kingdom of balls, balls seem to keep reappearing. Yeah, I was going to say, before I wrap up this game, I'll have to show you the manual, that the beginning bits. That yeah, I think that's what it said, that it required a minimum of 256. Yeah, something about filling the screen with black squares as well. But again, for some reason I'm envisioning, like, if you fill enough of the level or the whole game with black squares, then you go to the next one or you finish the game. Ah, thanks for the link. Just trying to find an area that's safe, but I don't think there is one now. I just very quickly pause it. Oh, that one. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I have seen that one before. I was getting confused with the deluxe paint juggler, which, was pretty cool itself. But yeah, I do remember seeing that one before. Was that ever on a cover disc? A1000 mostly for businesses. Yep, that kind of makes sense. I mean, like the first PCs were sort of designed like that as well. Was that long before? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just wondering if like any sort of cover discs put that sort of demo on there. I know Amiga format did quite a lot of stuff like that. I was going to say early in their early issues, but I think recently as well. Like it'd be like a mixed bag. There'll be like some like slideshow pictures, a couple of workbench utilities, and then maybe like one or two games as well. That is a multitude of purple balls right there. I mean, yeah, if you had if you had that many balls, I'd see a doctor, but only to brag about. Whoops. I keep forgetting when you like go over it. Yeah, you sort of float over automatically. Oh, another one of those star things. I'm guessing it's got something to do with colour. So let's just can we go back and then right? Yeah, I'm guessing it's got something to do with colour and what character you're using. Because we couldn't do that with the wizard, could we? But we can happily do this with the oh, what's he called? Like the strong man? I quite like the music. It's somewhat soothing, especially when you don't yeah encounter enemies. Seems like there's a bit of life with these characters as well if you leave them alone for a bit. They're sort of like looking left and right, getting impatient, I guess. I think if you waste even more time, that's when the enemies start spawning in. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. So that was sort of like the same color as us. Look at him flex. I was gonna say it's not. I was gonna say it's not too easy to die. It's as long as you like you see all the lights there, it's fine. You can just sort of evade it quite quickly. I mean, sure, there's some areas where it's filled with enemy balls. Oh, a flashing white tile. I don't know if I've come across that. Okay, it doesn't do anything. Fine. I thought it'd be like a teleporter or something like that. Or maybe that's the tile that you have to go once you like fulfilled your objectives. Maybe it would have been nice if there was a bit more variety with the enemies rather than just the skulls and the balls, perhaps. Okay, I'm guessing if I had a different character there, I'd have filled in those tiles with black squares. Oh, here we go. Okay, I think it's time to wrap up this game. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to say that this is garbage because it probably isn't. You know what I mean? Like I know it's no I know it's very very strange, but I suppose you know I was at fault for not really studying up on the manual beforehand. But at the same time, it's kind of fun question mark to sort of dive in stuff without any sort of prior knowledge to it. Um, yeah, it is quite interesting, and I do applaud the game for trying to do something vastly different in spite of it being an old game. So, yeah, very, very intriguing.